Now we gotta know what we're talking about.
Right.
1, 2, 3.
Hold on, wait. I know. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, relax.
Look,
I know.
I told you, look.
I know. Calm down. Hold on.
All right. Organization.
Organization. Now listen.
All right, go ahead.
They said they had to talk about, are women always right? Right.
Right.
Remember they were saying they agreed that women are always right. So we're doing, are men always right?
Okay.
That's what they said, right?
Gotcha.
Okay.
All right. So that's what we're talking about.
Are men always right? Okay.
All right. Make sure I'm in there. Okay.
So we're gonna be talking about our men.
You gotta sit back.
We gotta do the intro over here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sit back. You blocking my head.
Okay, let me sit back.
Yeah.
No, like, come over here. But I'm saying yes,
Right there.
Right
You're perfect.
Well, I can't see, so I gotta,
Yeah,
I'm trying to
right
figure it
there.
out.
Okay, do your intro first and then come back.
Okay, you guys, I'm here with the ladies of Epic Empire, and we have Miss C's Corner here with us, and we're going to be talking about, are men always right?
Are they?
Yes.
Oh, are they not?
No. I would say men are always right. I think men depend on their wives a whole lot for a lot of insight and a lot of things, so they can't be. They always come to us for advice, so I would say no.
I would definitely say no, because I don't feel like no one is always
Absolutely.
right. Most of the time, I just feel like,
No, we're not going to be comparing or saying you feel like no one is always right. We're talking about men. So your honest opinion,
no,
flat out,
No.
no, nada. Me.
What about you?
I think they look damn good being right or wrong, so it don't matter.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! No, but I think my husband is not always right. I mean, he does come out like he is sometimes, but no, he's not always right. There's some times where he's wrong, but I do feel like when I'm not right, he loves to point that out.
Right? Oh yeah,
they do, because it's very seldom.
Yeah.
I think that's why. But I don't think that men like the fact that I'm not gonna say. I'll just say that they don't like being wrong.
Yeah.
So I mean, even if it's proven that they are wrong, they don't like it.
they don't take it good. Like we can be like, you know what, I was wrong.
Yeah.
But them is like,
it's hard to
ego.
it's hard to say. It is an
Yeah.
ego thing, because I've even had Lisa say, just shh. But
Right.
But I would like to say, I think also women process things faster. Sometimes men have to discuss something and go off on their own and have time to think about it.
That's
so
true.
Sometimes when they just blurt out anything or say something right quick, it might seem good at the moment, so they might seem right, but then they take time and think about it and then have to come back and apologize later
I
on.
agree with you on that.
She's
My
absolutely
husband has
right.
told me that. Like, I have to take time to process things. I can't come back with a quick response like you can. Like, you quick with your mouth. I'm not quick like that. I have to take my time and then come back and respond to you about what the situation is. Because sometimes you take that pause as, oh, you're not listening to me, or you're not getting it. But it's like, I just need time to process what you're saying.
And the woman can get offended because she want to talk about the situation right now, and she want to dead the thing and talk about it. But if you know your mate needs time to process, you need to be gracious enough to give them that time, or the situation will never heal, or the problem will never be solved. So it's compromise on both parts unless y'all just agree to disagree.
Yeah, that comes with growth in your relationship, though, because at the beginning it's not always like that. You may need someone to actually point that out, because when you're set on doing things a certain way, you just say, well, no, I want to answer now, but you have to learn your partner and learn their, if they need that time, you need to give them that time to process whatever they need to process.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
Yeah, definitely. So,
I feel like like you said, I don't feel like men are always right. Not always right, but they can be right.
Yeah, they can be.
Just like we can. And so, it can be.
We're two different creatures. We're two different creatures. You're a woman, he's a man. You think differently, you do things differently. You have to learn each other's behavior, like you said. Learning your spouse, learning what they do, learning how you do things. Because you got to remember, before you got married, you were by yourself doing things a certain way. So when you get with this new person, I was like, okay, I got to learn how you like to do things. You got to learn how I like to do things. And then sometimes that can collide. So, yeah.
And at the end of the day,
It's
I'm sorry to cut you out, but at the end of the day, you have to make the decision. Would you rather be right or have a loving marriage?
She took that words right out of my mouth. I didn't have to say it, because I felt the same way. It's not even always about who's right.
That's right.
It's not about that all the time. Like, oh, well, you just want to be right, or you want to fix the situation. What do you want to do?
True.
So that it's not even always about being right, quote unquote, because you know.
Because at the end of the day, y'all are one.
Yeah, you are one. And, you know, who's to tell who's really right? Somebody can look at both of y'all and be like, y'all both wrong.
Okay.
Like, y'all need to calm down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So how about fix the situation instead of being like, oh, yeah, I was right.
I was right. Yeah. That's ego.
Yeah, it is. It's ego.
And you have to get that out of the marriage. You have to get that out of the situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try to fix. That's what I'm about. Fixing it. Let's just fix it.
Let's fix it. Hey, that's the only way it's gonna work.
Because the last thing you want to build up in your relationship is bitter and strife.
And malice,
so when you see that person, you have ill thoughts or ill feelings towards someone you're supposed to love and care for. Because it just tears down y'all's bond. And y'all supposed to be building the bond to get closer together, to be one and to feel like one, move as one, live as one. But when that separation is there, the devil is going to be real busy. And all kind of doors will start opening up and the situation will get worse instead of better.
True. And that's true.
That's true.
This is a daily thing.
Yeah,
this is not. This is a
marriage
daily thing
work.
for everybody.
It
is. I know how we say this, and people may say, "Well, you know,
you know for this.
Yeah, we know to do this, but it's not always easy to do this.
No,
that's something you commit to as being married.
Right.
It's a daily thing.
And I commend women who stick it through so many different things. Because, like I said, like you said, it's really hard. And certain situations you could be put in with a marriage. You know, the devil's attacking your marriage, obviously.
Right.
But it could push you to the point where you want a divorce.
Yeah.
True.
And then you're like, I can do this by myself. I don't need this person. But you also have to also reflect back and be like, but he's worth it enough. Let me stick it through. I can stick it through.
The good outweighs
I
the
love
bad.
him enough to stick it through.
Yeah.
And you have to always remember that marriage, because if you don't remember love, then you would be divorced the next month.
That's true. That's true. Hey, that's true.
Seriously.
That's true. Sometimes you have to sit down and reflect on the good things about your husband so that you get it. This is why this marriage is worth salvaging. This is why it's worth staying in this marriage relationship. You do sometimes. You have to sit there and talk to yourself, have a mental talk with yourself. Like, hey, let's dial it back, sis. You're doing too much. You're saying too much right now. Let's dial it back.
Right.
I do it with myself.
A lot of times I realize too, they already know their flaws.
That's true.
And we always like, you did this.
Point it out. Point it out.
And it's like, he already broken. He already know what he did. He know he ain't the perfect husband. Like, I'm not the perfect wife. But then constantly attacking him does not make it a better situation.
That's the truth.
And I'm learning that.
And it'll make it want to grow.
I'm learning that. So
the last thing you want to do is break the soul of a man. If he's supposed to be the head of the house and supposed to be the strength and the protector, the last thing you want to do is make your husband, a grown man, feel like a little boy. Now, can a grown man act like a little boy a lot of times? Yes. But at the same time, if you put more strength and work into building him up, into making him a better, stronger man, you will see the difference in your husband and in the man that you're with, instead of tearing them down.
And also pointing out what they do right instead of just what they do.
Always have to be like, you know, you're good at this. I love you.
Always, oh, you doing this, but when he's doing good, you never say anything.
Thank you. You have to always remember that.
You have to build them up.
Or pointing out you're right instead of saying, you actually, you know, baby, you made a good point.
You are right. You are right. And I love to be like, Rashawn, you did that shit.
Yeah.
I love to make him feel good, because I can just see how happy it makes him.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Well, you get to build some man up.
He look at you like, yeah, man, I did.
I know.
Yep. It's so true. So
you
have to remember to do both, you know.
That's true.
And I want him to correct me too, because sometimes I need to be check.
Yeah.
That's true. Tell me you're doing the damn most right now, lady.
I'm like,
slow down. Yeah, it's true. Slow down.
And I like it.
Let me
I'm like,
you want a man that's
right
to tell you when you're wrong.
Yeah,
you want that.
You tell me to shut that ass up. Okay, let me hear this thing.
Okay.
Yeah, but you know, as long as you have respect for each other, you know, I think that's in love. That's great.
That's important.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go ahead and exit out this video. We're gonna go to the next topic. We're gonna be talking about
the ladies of the empire.
No,
no.
We're gonna be talking. I just looked at the damn thing.
Okay.
It is marriage and YouTube.
Okay.
So we're gonna talk about it as a group for ladies, and then we're gonna talk about them.
Okay.